CEO Elon Musk now says you can buy one of his electric cars with Bitcoin. Musk also says any Bitcoin paid to Tesla will not be converted to a traditional currency. For more, let's bring in Bloomberg's Olivia Raimonde. And the response to this, we knew it was coming. But what's sort of interesting is perhaps that they're going to be keeping crypto on the balance sheet. So maybe no more selling pressure as and when people do go to splash their Bitcoin on a Tesla instead of buying US dollars with it.
Hi, thanks for having me on. Yeah, so Tesla is going to be keeping any Bitcoin that it gets from a transaction for one of its vehicles on its balance sheet where it parked that $1.5 billion investment they made in February. And that's what industry participants are really saying to me is really interesting here. As more corporations buy and hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, it is going to naturally chip away at that supply cap of Bitcoin. Remember, only 21 million Bitcoins can be mined in total. So the more companies like Tesla that are keeping more and more or committing to keeping more and more Bitcoin on their balance sheet, in the long term, that is going to chip away at supply and help push prices up.
Olivia, is that the why then behind this move, just purely supply and demand dynamics and a balance sheet dynamic?
Supply and demand is definitely a part of it. It's also about acknowledging that if you are going to have Bitcoin on your balance sheet as a treasury reserve, then you must also then treat it as if it is as good as cash and therefore accept it for transactions. And that's what we're seeing many, if not all, of these companies that are coming out and saying that they have bought Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. If you look under the hood, you'll see that they also do accept crypto via transactions.
Notable, like Square, for example. To Taylor's point to begin with, like, is anyone actually going to use Bitcoin to buy a Tesla? I can imagine actually the crossover of people who want to buy Teslas is actually quite highly correlated with people who happen to own crypto. But anyone owning crypto, are they going to spend it on a car right now? Do they want a Tesla to be the next incarnation of a really overpriced pizza?
So I can't say that it's not going to happen. I'm sure that it will. But in terms of whether or not we're going to start to see a large adoption of retailers going out and buying their Tesla in Bitcoin, the short answer is not likely. Wedbush's Dan Ives actually wrote in a note that he expects less than 5% of transactions to be through Bitcoin over the next 12 to 18 months. And the general consensus around using cryptocurrencies to make transactions is that it will likely to remain pretty uncommon. Data shows actually that less than 1% of transactions made via merchants in 2020 was used with cryptocurrencies. So right now, the use case for crypto is still to buy and hold and as a long-term store of value, rather than something that we're going to start seeing everybody buying their products and their Tesla vehicles with it.